So just so y'all know, I'm gonna be making these classes in like real time based on what's happening in the world with people that I'm directly dealing with. So it's not gonna be just no made up stuff. It's gonna be stuff that's actually people, clients of mine that are dealing with things that they need to work on. So I'm just gonna make my class based off of real life. So this is Influence to Income event training number 2. It's going to be a collaborative workshop and a lab. And today's topic is going to be subconscious programming and team building. I specifically made this one because the self-talk for entrepreneurs is crazy to me. A lot of people say they want to get rich. A lot of people say they want to have great events. A lot of people say they want to do all these grandiose things, but they self-talk is, I can't do it. I'm gonna quit. I can't handle it, and that all goes into your subconscious. And some people don't know how powerful the subconscious is. And I do a lot of subconscious programming and subconscious affirmations and writing. And basically I brainwash myself. And a lot of people don't know how you can do it or what's the value of that. So I decided to make this class to show people my journey on subconscious programming and how everybody needs to brainwash themselves, because you got to be kind of delusional to be an entrepreneur, to want to make millions and billions of dollars and do all of this work, 40, 50, 60-hour work weeks, and not go crazy. All right, so about us. This is a Creators Kickback. Once again, Creators Kickback is my nonprofit that I built specifically to help entrepreneurs build and have support. So the Creators Kickback is a community-powered nonprofit based in Los Angeles, to help underserved creative and entrepreneurs and filmmakers through free events, media services, workshops, and memberships. Founded by Army veteran Jamero Mercer and filmmaker Skyra Jackson, the organization operates entirely through grassroots efforts, funding events and media from their own personal income. Since its inception, the Creators Kickback has empowered over 300 creatives through free professional photo shoots, community gatherings, wellness workshops, and educational panels. Our work combines cultural enrichment, digital storytelling, and professional development to uplift those historically excluded from opportunities. So this is a nonprofit I created. This is what I do my events through. And everything that I'm teaching, I've already applied to the Creators Kickback, and it's already been successful. So I'm not just running my mouth. This is stuff that's actually really worked in the real world. All right. So if you guys missed the last class, yeah. There you go. And then I'm gonna go inside. All right. So if you guys missed the last cast, this is a recap of what you guys missed. And so before we move forward, we want to go over a couple of those things. So the top 5 reasons why people don't show up to your events, and this was one of the major things from the last class. I just want to do a quick recap. Not enough time to promote, weak or limited promotion strategy, no clear value or reason to attend, poor presentation or low energy, and lack of community and relationships. And I believe one of the most important parts we talked about was lack of community. That's pretty much the biggest thing, because if you got the community, you can almost do everything wrong and still have a successful event. A couple of things I want you to ask yourself, and these are things that we figured out from the last class. What problems do you solve? That's going to be super important, because if you're doing an event and you're not helping people, you basically just taking. We established last week that you want to have a giving mentality and a service mentality when it comes to these events. So you just won't be another person just take, and just collecting dollars from people. We talked about target audiences. Who's your target audience? We want you to be as specific as possible. One thing that I'm learning right now, which is super valuable, is talk to your people. It's okay for you to talk directly to your people. I joined an online academy for growing an Instagram, and a girl who does it, her market is girls. I don't know how I got into the group, I just got referred. But her market is girls, and it's also people in the beauty industry. So she was speaking directly to her people: hair, lashes, nails, and estheticians, waxers. That was her group and her community. And she actually woke me up to like just talking to the people how you want to talk to them. Talk to your community how your community connects with you. I used to think that I have to like present a certain way and sound a certain way. But you can be entirely you. Like, I encourage you to be you because your audience is going to work and deal with you. So find out who your target market and your target audience is. Speak to them directly in your language and connect with them. That's something I want you guys to take notes on because it's okay to be you. That's the moral of the story. All right. So the mission and the vision, from empty rooms to sold out events, learn how to attract the right people, build real momentum, and create events that sell out because they align with your purpose. When you grow internally, your events become a reflection of the light, confidence, and clarity within you. The reason why I wrote this out, I changed this from last week, is because if you're not right on the inside, at the end of the day, your events and your business is not going to reflect it. If you don't believe that you can do this, and it sounds like cliche, it might sound cheesy, but if you're not right up here, it's not going to happen on the outside. People are not going to your events because they don't believe in you. They don't believe in you because you don't believe in you. So that's the big thing right there. So I always do an exercise before we get started. So I want everybody to close their eyes and take a deep breath. And I want you to imagine yourself at your perfect event. What does that look like? Where is it at? Who's there? How many people is there? If it's a 10-person event, is it a 100-person event? What does it sound like? What does the seats feel like? What does the food that's being served taste like? What does the chatter in the background sound like? I want you to sit back and put yourself in that place. And if you've never done this before, just imagine your ideal event, whatever your next event, imagine it being sold out. Imagine the energy that's flowing through the room and feel what it feels like to be in that space. You have to see it in this space before you attract it, before you bring it into your real life. It doesn't need to happen here. So all of the small things, like I said, even like how do your seat feel? Does the chair lean back? Is it soft? Is it a lot of chatter? Is there champagne being served? What are people talking about? How do you feel? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you nervous? I want you to think about all of those things. I want you to just take a couple seconds to take a deep breath and be in that space. And I'm gonna give you guys a couple of minutes to do that. And I'm gonna do it as well because these are the exercises that's gonna help activate the things in your brain to make this stuff happen in this 3D space. So I'm gonna sit back for a little bit and do it myself. All right, so now for me, just so you guys know, I'm opening up a creative space downtown LA. So I already think about this. It's already flowing through my brain, but I'm thinking about our grand opening event. I'm thinking about it being jam-packed. I'm thinking about us definitely serving drinks and champagne, everybody being excited. I definitely want to give me like a red rope. I want to do the whole ribbon cutting thing. I'm even thinking about the content that I'm gonna make once I get the keys, do all that Instagrammy stuff. Like I got my keys, all that good stuff. I know people are going to be super excited to book the spot and super excited to build the spot. And I think about this and I process this all the time. So hopefully you guys are processing what that looks like for you as well. All right, so this week's focus is on subconscious programming. If you don't know what subconscious programming is, I'm going to go ahead and give you the definition. So subconscious programming refers to the process of shaping or influencing the automatic beliefs, thoughts, and emotional responses stored in the subconscious mind. These are mental patterns that run in the background and influence how a person reacts, decides, and behaves without conscious effort. Essentially, the mental software that controls 90 to 95% of your daily actions and decisions. And this is why this is important because we have to train our subconscious. So for example, with me, once I found out your subconscious is what actually controls or what makes us move and we don't even know that we move, I was like, how do I fix that? How do I change that? And you change that by consciously putting the right things in your space. So for instance, I also did some research and I heard that like you absorb a lot of information in your subconscious when you sleep. So if you guys have the TV on, like while you go to sleep, you taking in whatever is happening on that TV. So whatever commercials, whatever crazy movies, whatever, you absorbing all of that. So I specifically put on affirmations at night. I specifically put on audiobooks at night, and I try to always program myself to have something enriching or enlightening. Also, your community, the people around you. At the end of the day, if you got negative people around you and they're not fulfilling you or speaking life, then you're subconsciously picking up a lot of nonsense. Like if you're in a relationship and you're constantly going through it with them, subconsciously you picking out like up. So if you want to do an event or be successful in anything, at the end of the day, your subconscious programming is always going to come and activate when you're working. All right, so what does this have to do with events? So, of course, at the end of the day, everything starts with, your mental and your mentality. But once again, your mental software that controls 90 to 95% of your daily actions. So actually, I'm gonna pause right here, and I'm gonna speak to my favorite student. So when it comes to your self-talk, just be transparent. There's been times where we'll say stuff and I'm like, you know what, that's not something you necessarily want to manifest. And you know that, but we still do it. So what do you think is the root of like negative self-talk for people?
Experience. So like experiences. Something called the confirmation bias.
What's that exactly?
A confirmation bias is like if you think something and it happens, it confirms it.
Okay.
So, or if it happened, whatever, right? It just confirms and it's a bias because obviously there can be different outcomes. Frustration, I think, is one. Also a lack of knowing how. So lack of knowledge.
Okay. For me, I think it is. I think sometimes people are really afraid of success, and the self-sabotage is very comfortable. Because if you say, "Oh, nobody's gonna come to my event," and nobody comes, that's a comfortable space. Because you could easily manifest failure.
That's a confirmation bias.
Okay, so we saying the same thing, but she said it in a fancy psychological way. She's a psychologist or a psychiatrist, psychologist. So she got the credentials. I'm just running my mouth.
No,
we saying the same thing. But yeah, it's easy to be like, nobody's gonna come to my event, and then nobody comes. Versus, I'm gonna sell out, but then if nobody comes, you got to eat that. And people don't want to feel that failure, So for me, I say I'm gonna sell out every event because I've elevated past the part of feeling bad. So you guys have to stop caring about the way you feel when it comes to the events. You just gotta know and have the confidence that it's gonna be successful. And even if it's not, at the end of the day, you gotta keep on that pattern because eventually it will. Once again, it's okay to be a little delusional. Actually, you have to be delusional because we have a lot of to be an entrepreneur and actually be successful, you have to have some unreasonable expectations. So, for example, I'm in a CMS Wellness Center right now. We're in the city of Compton, which is not known for wellness. It's known for crime. It's known for gangs. So we already behind right there. Then we got people who want to do events but may not have the funds to enrich the operation. You know what I'm saying? They might want to get something for free, and we dealing with the homies. So that's another obstacle. For instance, my student here, London, she's also working a full-time job that is, from what I've experienced, probably very stressful, and she has to deal with people. And then she got to wait to get off to actually do more work. And she's probably doing work at work. So her stress levels is probably high. So she's probably having a 50, 60-hour work week. And then she has to build this whole thing up to be $1 million empire. You got to be pretty delusional for that to want that to work. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's not easy. It is not easy at all.
No.
So
Delulu.
And it's okay to be delusional because at the end of the day,
I'm delusional.
all of the great people that we know in business was delusional. So even like somebody like for the younger group like Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed, the two biggest young streamers out right now, when they was 13, 14, 15, they told themselves that they was going to be millionaires, if not billionaires, and some of the biggest streamers in the world. Now, what separated them from another little 15-year-old thinking the same thing? They put the work and they just kept believing and kept believing and kept believing, and they literally put it together. So if you don't believe, your audience won't either. The perfect event has to happen in your mind first. Feel and embrace yourself as the third authority figure, and success should run on autopilot. So this is one I want to highlight right here. Feel and embrace yourself as an authority figure. A lot of entrepreneurs I know, they are excited about putting together an event and they're excited about doing something, but they don't really walk around like they that shit. You really got to walk around and know that you are the person that you say you want to be. You know, you are the person that is the leader in the community. You are the person that has done the top events. You're the person that is an authority figure, and you really got to live in that space, because if you never transfer over into that space, it's never going to happen. I think a lot of times with entrepreneurs, we think about it and the ideas of being that person sounds good and looks good, or we might see somebody we idolize, but that person that we idolize that's in that space is living in that space every day, and sometimes we never live in that space. We think it's going to happen on the outside first. We think we're going to sell the event out first, then feel like that person. No, you have to feel like that person in order to sell out an event. All right, so this is an example of some subconscious programming that I listen to almost every day. I'm gonna go ahead and play it just so you guys can hear it, but it's from Napoleon Hill, who's an author, writer, all of those great things. I don't know what it is about Napoleon Hill, but I think he has like the rawest gems ever. Like, you listen to Napoleon Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, he got like a goofy voice, but he be kicking that shit. So anytime I'm out of whack, like anytime I'm not motivated, inspired, I just put this on. I listen to it while I'm driving, I listen to it while I'm sleeping, and this is just who I like. If you like E.T., the hip hop preacher, or you like whoever motivates you, start to just play
Abraham
it in the
Hicks.
background. You listen, Abraham Hicks? Abraham Hicks be talking that talk too, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna play this for a couple minutes just so you guys can get an example of something that I
You can
listen to.
repeat affirmations until you lose. Once you make a
was waiting
decision,
to
the
hear this.
universe conspires to make it happen. Those words by away the noise and ask them to describe clearly, confidently, boldly what they desire and why. Most would hesitate. Most would water it down. Most would shrink it until it felt safe. And that right there is why the gap between desire and reality stays so wide. If you want to get what you want, you first have to decide, not just wish, not just hope, but decide. The kind of decision that doesn't leave room for maybe. The kind of decision that shifts your energy, that becomes a new frequency you operate from, that says, this is already mine.
This is already mine. Some people may think affirmations and thinking like this is like silly or like, I don't know, spiritual, magical, whatever. But I promise you this stuff works. I promise you it works. And at the end of the day, all you got to do is try it. Just try it and see what happens.
Now, I'm just catching up to it. And here's the second part of the secret. You don't get what you want by begging for it, by chasing it, by obsessing over its absence. You get it by becoming the version of you who already has it.
You get it by becoming the version of you that already has it. Is that not what I was just saying? You get what you're asking for by becoming it, not wishing for it, not begging for it, but just being it. So whatever it is you want to achieve with your event or your entrepreneurship, you got to once again walk into that space, live in that space. And those people that live in that space don't have negative self-talk. They don't have time to even think about those things. The only people that's thinking and living like that is you. And those are the people who are struggling with events. And once that self-talk change, I guarantee you everything will change.
That's where the real magic lives. That's where transformation starts. Not in trying harder, but in allying deeper. If you want love, become the most loving, open, self-respecting version of you. If you want success, start showing up with the habits, the mindset, and the commitment that matches the life you claim to desire.
Habits, mindset, and commitment. So once again, everybody just wants the event to pop, but do you have the habits, the mindset, and the commitment and consistency to make whatever you're doing pop? So that was just a clip, but I literally listen to Napoleon Hill all the time, and I don't know how he got so many gems. Sometimes I think it's AI, because I'm like, how does he have all of this documented, and how does he have, you know what I mean? It might be AI, I don't know, but he be kicking that knowledge for sure. All right, so 20 ways to positively reprogram your subconscious mind. So I definitely encourage you guys to screenshot this, take a picture, write it down. But it's not one way to do all of these things. Like some people like to write, that's cool. Some people like me like to listen. Some people actually read. I don't super read like that. I probably read like 2 books a year. But I listen to maybe like 10 audiobooks a year and on repeat, you know. So at the end of the day, whatever works for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and breeze by these real quick. So starting, well, I'm gonna leave it up. So starting your day with affirmations, super powerful, super powerful stuff. Because at the end of the day, you put out the frequency. I believe on a spiritual level, we have so much control. At the end of the day, when we wake up and we put out an energy into the world, my theory on just how I look at spirituality is I believe that we're like throwing out our blessings in front of us. So if in the morning we putting out so much good energy, so many good affirmations, so much direction that for the rest of the day, you're literally walking into your blessings. So I want you guys to think about that. So starting your day with affirmations is super powerful. Visualizing your success every morning like it already happened, that's what we already did. We sat in our event and have a vivid imagination. Like I said, what does the seats feel like? What kind of shoes were you wearing? What does the food smell like? What does the champagne taste like? I want you to really put yourself in that space, because we can be very vague. Like, hey, the event was popping and I had a good time. Well, what type of good time? What was people talking about? What was they dressed like? What was they wearing? Like, what did the cologne or perfume smell like of the people that you were talking to? You know, was it something going on outside? Was it a lot of traffic? Like, be detailed, because the more detailed that you are, the more accurate your manifestation, because you literally are living in that space. Write down your goals daily. This is definitely something that I do. I write down my to-do list every day, just to make sure I stay on track. Play motivational audio while driving, cleaning, or walking. That's literally what we just said. Find something good on YouTube and press play. We got the options to listen to music. We got the options to listen to the radio. But you also have the time in your car to program yourself subconsciously, especially if you drive. If you drive to work and you got a 30-minute to an hour commute, that's 30 minutes to an hour every day that you could be programming your subconscious. So if it's an hour drive every day, you go to work 5 days out of the week, that's a good 5 hours of programming versus mindless whatever, or just listening to music, you know. And listening to music is cool and it's a vibe, but especially with us and maybe hip hop music, it's very destructive. We talk about killing, fighting, hood shit, like all of the things that we know we are not looking to attract, but the beat is banging and it sounds good. But believe it or not, you are programming yourself in that space every day. Even if you're not shooting nobody, you literally are putting that in your brain every day. So take control of your mind, take control of your subconscious, especially in the car. Use I am statements to shift your day. I am confident, I am abundant, I am powerful. The I am is super powerful because it gives ownership and direction. So you can definitely say, like, I'm trying. A lot of people say I'm trying. I want to, I hope. A lot of people say those things. What you say is I am and I will. And give yourself ownership of these things so you can have clear direction, especially like hey, you got an event this week, it's gonna be lit, right? I hope so. that ain't it. That's what you literally are writing your own story and you put that out to walk into hopefully something being a great, like, no, it will be great. It will sell out. I am, doing the event. I am happy. I am grateful. Use all your I am statements and empower yourself. Keep a gratitude journal. Declutter your environment. That's always good to make sure you always have like mental clarity. Replace limited beliefs by questioning them. Is it fact or fear? Listen to positive frequencies. That's another thing. Frequencies, sound. We have 2 sound healers in the class right now, and they know the value of sound, the value of frequencies. The first frequency I heard, I learned about, I believe it was like 432, and that's supposed to be like the frequency of nature and life, like birds chirp, water, like a waterfall or rain is all at that frequency. And when I found out about that, I went from that to binaural beats. And if you guys don't know what binaural beats is when they put 2 different frequencies in your headphones, and it's like this crazy noise, sound crazy, sound like aliens or something. But when you put the headphones on, after like 5 to 10 minutes, it literally transmutates the frequency in your brain to either make you relax, sleep good, feel good, have stronger affirmations, activate one of your chakras. It does all types of things, but at the end of the day, it's a science to it. But it's literally the frequencies in your headphones that will change the frequency in your brain. So that's another great way to subconsciously program yourself. Because the first time I ever did binaural beats, I did a sleep binaural beats, and I literally slept for like 18 hours. And that's how I knew it was real. Because I'm like, who does that? It was like the next day. Like, I was like, where did the time go? Have you done binaural beats? Mm-hmm. What about you? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll see that. Man, on top of it. Mm-hmm. So this is your reminder to get back to it, because I do
it every day. I mean, I do
every day.
I do it to sleep. I do different frequencies, and I use binaural. So it's the biofrequency between the 2 halves, as each side of your brain is does something different. Okay. It's making those 2 connect to each other. So yeah, I do.
Every day is crazy.
Also, at night to sleep.
At any time, feel free to stop me if something is resonating with you, or you feel like you want to speak on one of these points. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, if you just take a picture of it, because it's something else I want to get through these, because I want to get to the homework. So we only 30 minutes in, which was great. Last time I didn't get a chance to finish my slides. So I want to definitely get to the great part of this operation. Oh, and it's here already.
So how you manifested that.
You see how I manifested that? So all of this talking about manifestation, accountability, subconscious programming, this is something that I do all the time, but I recently, not recently, I started YouTube like in 2020. But I fell off for a while, then I came back and I started doing workouts and started recording my workouts. And one video I made, I was talking about, I was coaching and helping, and I was talking about what makes you special. And I started talking, and like, people not gonna really believe in what you're doing unless you let them know what makes you special. And the thing is, we know we special, or we think that we're special, but the world will not know that we're special until we tell them. And some people may think this is like narcissistic or self-absorbed or whatever, but the world we live in today, it is a self-absorbed world. And even the people not doing the work is talking that talk. So the competition, even though they might not be doing the same work or as good as work, or they might not be as genuine or really helping the community, they walking out in the world like, yeah, I am helping the community. And they talking that talk on social media, and they're getting the traffic, they're getting the resources, they're getting the attention, and they're getting the people to come to their events. So this assignment is to make a video about your niche and what makes you special. Post it in Skool or a social media page. For the extra credit portion, I want you to send it to 10 people and ask for feedback. So what does that look like? So I made the video talking about what makes me special, and I was just kind of running my mouth. I was like, what makes me special is every time I go in a room, everything gets better. I'm here to help, I'm here to love, and I know my mission is to help people. That's why I'm making this class right now. What makes me special is I have something in my spirit. I know I need to give to people, and I need to give to the right people. And that is in alignment with my community, because my community is all about helping people. I'm in a wellness center. The wellness center is about helping people. That's why I'm doing my classes here. So what makes me special is I'm willing to give that extra effort for my people to grow. And what I know, I want you to know. As soon as I learn something, I'm going to tell you. I don't believe in gatekeeping, and I don't believe in having an edge on people. I want to tell you about what I know as soon as I get it, so you can get it and run with it and get a win. Because for me, it doesn't make sense for things to just stay in my head. What benefit is that? So what makes me special is I'm unselfish. I want to help. I want to love. I'm genuine and authentic. I'm easy to talk to, easy to communicate with, and I want you to win just as much as I want to win. That's what makes me special. So that's just an example of your video. So it don't have to be rocket science. You can literally just make a video, less than a minute, talking about what makes you special, and also what makes you special in your niche. So I'm gonna remix it. So what makes me special in my niche is I do events, I do community events, I'm teaching and I'm coaching. And what makes me special as far as events go is I make events to solve people's problems. I don't make events for money. I don't do anything for money. That's what makes me special. Money is not the motivator for me. Solving problems and helping people is a motivator. And I'm so locked in with God is the more problems I solve, the more money I make. God blesses me with my money. Like I'm never hurting for money, and I never need money. Money just magically appears, and it's just the world I live in, and this is what makes me special, because I think the way I think and I am the way I am. But I don't really need to think about money too much. Anytime my money is short, I'm like, am I doing God's work? That's my math. If my pockets is not right, what am I doing for the world? What am I doing for the community? Let me go do for people, and also do for myself, because doing for myself is for doing for people, because I need to be charged up. So maybe my battery is running low and I need some rest and recovery or whatever. Maybe I need to treat myself, or maybe I need to go get a massage, or maybe I need to go breathe, or maybe I need to go practice one of my practices to be charged up to do for the people. So what makes me special in my events is at the end of the day, I'm doing things to service people. I'm not trying to price gouge and take everybody's dollar. If anybody gives me $1, I want to give them back 10 times as much value as what they gave me. For instance, we have a student in the class right now who signed up for my school. Shout out to her. And I got about 7 subscribers right now, but of course I'm gonna get millions of subscribers eventually, because I see people doing it all the time. But at the end of the day, even with that, I'm gonna offer her a free photo shoot. I charge $200 an hour for my shoot. She already got her value back like that. I'm going to be doing these free classes for people in this community. This is something I could be charging hundreds of dollars for, but I'm doing it for free because I enjoy servicing my people, and when my community grows, I grow. So that just shows, like, if you give me $1, I'm going to give you $1,000 worth of value. That's what makes me special. So I'm talking about me right now because I want you to get into your space of what makes you special, what makes London, London, what makes CMS, CMS. And that's going to help you talk to your target market. So every class after this is going to be a video assignment attached to it. Don't make that face. And this is exactly why I almost turned around the camera. This is exactly why we need to do these things, because if you made 5 videos a day for the next 5 weeks, it'll be like, oh, it's nothing. I'm going to tell you what changed everything for me when it came to content creation. When I was in the Army, I did not want to make no YouTube, but I was in a trading group. I was trading Forex, and it was a multi-level marketing company, so I got paid to bring people in, and I was struggling. So my mentor said, make 5 videos a week. And I'm like, 5 videos a week? Like, what? And then even after we got to the 5 videos a week, she said, all right, now we got to do 2 videos every day for 5 days. And I'm like, what? But guess what? I did it. 2 months later, I got monetized. I'm like, what? Then a couple weeks after that, I'm getting YouTube checks. Then I started getting some affiliate money through training. And then I started getting like $1,000 a week off of this trading platform, because I was just putting my link in the bio and people was clicking it, and it was a pandemic, so everybody was just going crazy on the internet. And I'm making like $1,000 in Bitcoin a week. This is my first like touch of wealth. And from a spiritual perspective, it was like I got out of my comfort zone. I believed. I stopped playing around, and I just did the mission.
I'm getting a headache.
Nobody wants to do the assignment. But it's okay. We're gonna do the assignment because also this is about you.
It's not about no.
This is also about you. This is about hearing yourself. Hearing yourself talk about yourself in a high vibration, a high frequency, and it's just super powerful. So for the extra credit, and this is where the magic is made. We talk about building community, right? When you make the video talking about what makes you special and you hit somebody with like, hey London, I want to personally reach out to you because you somebody I respect and appreciate for my journey of growth and development. As a part of my brand elevation class, I created a short video about what makes me great, what makes me an event, and what makes CMS special. I want to send it to you directly and get your honest feedback. You send that to 10 people, people gonna look at you different. People gonna be like, when's the next event? How can I help? How can I partner? We got so much gold. We got so much gold in our cell phone with all of these people that we didn't contacted already, but we just gotta extract the gold. How do you extract the gold? Stuff like this. This is what makes you special. A lot of people is not gonna make this video. A lot of people is gonna tap out, they're gonna be shy, or they're gonna quit. But what makes y'all special is y'all gonna do the video, y'all gonna send it to the people, and then you're gonna get the results. At the end of the day, we're here because we wanna make our events better. This is how we do it. This is how we make our business better. This is how we make our brands better. And this is how we look like the authority figure because people are not gonna go out of their comfort zone to do these things. So I've been talking a lot. I wanna know how you guys feel about the assignment.
Y'all already know how I feel.
How you feel? Let's
I
talk
feel
about
like
it.
I don't want to do it. I feel like I was actually talking to my sisters about this one day because we always get together and we will tell each other at the end of the call like what we appreciate and see in the other person. And so one day I was just thinking about it and I was like, hey, how about we do like what we value about ourselves and what we appreciate. So I feel like that is the hardest thing, like the positive self-talk, right? Like it's so easy for me to be like, well, I do this wrong, I do that wrong. So for me to get on camera and be so vulnerable is the part that is hard for me.
Do you think it's hard because you don't do it enough?
Yes. Absolutely.
Just like everything,
Mm-hmm.
Working out is hard because we don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking a certain way, eating a certain way is hard because we don't do it. But guess what? Today's the step. Today's day one. Usually people wait till New Year's to do things, but my strategy is the fourth quarter. Like, so if you start new habits in the fourth quarter in September, October, November, December, when everybody else is starting off in January with their New Year's resolution, you already coming in with momentum. So, for example, are you guys familiar with 75 hard?
Yes.
Huh?
Are you familiar with 75 hard or hard 75?
No. Can you go to the last slide? Can you go back to the last slide while you're talking?
So 75 hard is a crazy workout where you got to work out for two 45-minute sessions, one indoor, one outdoor. You got to eat clean, no alcohol. You got to drink a gallon of water. You got to read 10 pages out of a book every day. No days off for 75 days straight. So even the 2 workouts alone is crazy. But I'll always do a pre-75 hard now. So I'm about to start my pre now. And then when January get here, I'm already in mode. So I'm not starting from scratch in January. So this is you guys getting in mode because this is a habit I want you guys to build into the new year. We're not going into the new year being the same people. Can't do it. What sense would it make for you to spend your time and come here and sit here for an hour and talk with us and not make the shift? You know what I mean? At some point, I want you to get excited about the assignments versus being like, because once again, I'm actually rewind this because this man dropped a hell of a bar, but
deeper. If you want love, become the most loving, open, self-respecting version of you. If you want success, start showing up with the habits, the mindset, and the commitment that matches the life you claim to desire.
The habits, the mindset, and the commitment for the life that you claim to desire. So for people that are millionaires, if not billionaires, you think they like, when it comes to positive self-talk, this is where it changes today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see y'all videos, and I'm excited to hear about the stories from next week about the feedback that you got. But I guarantee you, when you send this video out for these 10 people that know you, care about you, I guarantee you these 10 people are going to be actively supporting what you're doing for the next 3 months. Now, it could be longer than that, but it's completely up to you. But I guarantee you their light is going to be on and they're going to be activated. And this is what we've been asking for. So nobody said it was going to be easy. Nobody said we was going to like it. But hey, we are here. We have arrived.
Wait, I need one more line.
Oh, no bad. So I made this one a little bit shorter because I definitely want you guys to have some time to do the video. And we got 15 minutes, and I encourage y'all to do it here while we're here. So I'm gonna do a Q&A, but after this, I'm gonna make my video too. And we all just gonna have to workshop. We got plenty of room.
You said we about to do what?
Make the video now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We got 15 minutes. It only take 2 minutes to talk about yourself. So we're gonna warm it up a little bit. So whoever wants to go first, because I already talked about what made me special, but what makes you and your business special? And don't think about it like it has to be perfect. Literally, just spit it out, whatever it is. I'll go again. What makes me you can ask me about what makes me special
I want to say something.
and anything. What you got to say?
So in the beginning, we already know I'm Delulu. So like, I don't really struggle with visionary stuff. Like, I can envision, and I know what I want it to look like, and I know the benefit of things. I think a little bit extracting the value is where it's complicated for me, but I don't even know if that's the truth. I think my conscious mind fights with my subconscious mind, where my conscious mind is aware of all the things I have to do, as you named, all things that I do in a day, my 50-hour weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like something, I don't know what it is, but like, I'm like,
I know what it is.
yeah. Okay, go ahead, please.
So I have a question for you.
Please.
And this is a bar. When are you gonna surrender to greatness? Because you know what needs to happen, and you fighting it. So when is the fight gonna be over? The fight is over when you surrender.
I don't know what you mean.
So you know more than most people what it takes to be successful and what it takes to take your whole empire to the next level, and it takes a certain level of even more sacrifice. So yes, you sacrificed a lot for sure, and yes, you work hard, but it's another level to this. So for example, like sports, if you guys are sports fans, when you're in college, as a college athlete, you probably worked your ass off and you probably felt like you hit a plateau. But the ones that go to the league and the ones that be stars in the league, they go break through the next plateau. So once again, everything goes back to spiritual for me. When you elevate yourself to a certain frequency, and I'm talking to people who know frequency, when you elevate yourself to a new vibration and a new frequency, it's like, okay, I leveled up in this area. I did hard 75 and I conquered it. Now I'm at a new level. But guess what? It's another level after that. And then now I'm doing marathons. And it's another level after that. Well, now I'm a health and fitness guru. What's another level after that? Well, now I'm a multimillionaire in the health and fitness space. What's another level after that? Now I'm like the Dr. Sebi. I'm like the Dr. Sebi and the LeBron James all at the same time. Well, you know what's another level after that? So you can choose to stop at any of those levels. You can choose. But me personally, I'm not choosing to stop at any level. I'm gonna wanna continue this journey forever, you know, until I leave this place of elevation. So at the end of the day, yes.
You said that it's wanting to go to the next, stopping, what'd you say? stopping myself. Why am I? Oh, surrender to
Surrender
greatness.
to greatness, yes.
I can see where you got that from, but
And I said that because I just think that it's just a level of sacrifice. And when we in the trenches and shit be hard, it's like, damn, I gotta sacrifice more. I gotta learn more. I gotta do more. I'm already at my wits end, but that's where greatness lies. Oh, on the edge, on the edge of losing your mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and this is where
so if you
champions
put
are
it
good.
like that, then yes, I think it would be. Hello. We almost done. Y'all can join us. I think it would be definitely the learning what doesn't come easy.
Okay, thank you.
The learning that doesn't come easy. I think that's where it is. The Lulu part is easy for me. The visionary part is easy for me. It is the learning part of the things that will go to the next level. So for me, like building a team, like that is that's a learning curve for me. I'm very independent. I can get shit done, but I'm at a point where I can't get done solo dolo. So.
You know what needs to happen. You've seen other people do it. Now it's just stop fighting.
Technically, I haven't.
Stop fighting yourself.
Technically, I haven't.
Yes.
And I think that's the thing. Like, I haven't seen anyone else do it.
Well, I mean, when it comes to just successful people in general.
But I haven't seen them do it. I know I know they have it, but I haven't seen it done.
So
that makes sense.
But you know it takes a team to be successful.
Right. I get the concept.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the A, B, C, D, F, G.
Well, so you don't need to know the steps. You just need to know that it can be done. Just like, look, just like.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Just like this wellness center.
Here.
Did you necessarily see somebody set up a wellness center? Or did you just figure it out?
Well, kind of I did.
Okay.
From my work experience, I've seen multiple different variations of what could be. But I'm at the point where I didn't see, right? Like I'm at the point where it's like, oh, so. But you're not wrong, right? Like I envision today for event tomorrow, open mic. I envision we have food because if we have food at the first one, so I envision we're gonna have food. I have no idea how we were going to have food, how I was going to help host, put it together, and have food. And I was just like, but we're going to have food. And I talked to, been thinking about it, putting it out there. And then Keena called me with someone who wants to actually, bring food.
So let's stop right here. That's it. That's the answer. That's all of the answers. You know that something is going to happen. You know it's going to work. And then somewhere out of the blue, the magic happens.
I'm glad you did call me though.
Because I was like, girl, no.
I think somebody said luck is where hard work meets preparation.
Yeah.
Like if you always working hard and you on top of it, the wins and the benefits and the blueprint comes. I don't know. So this is a transparent moment. I never knew none of the shit that I was gonna do or how I was gonna do it. I just know I was gonna do it. And then I just figured it out. This is my first class ever in real life. I avoided this my entire life because I didn't want to be in front of the camera. I didn't want to worry about sounding a certain way. I don't like my voice. And I stopped myself for so many years and I stopped my income. I told myself always knew I was going to be a millionaire. And it all happened from being a kid, Cash Money Millionaires. Listening to Cash Money, I was like, oh, that's the life. I got to do that. That was the dream. That's how it all started. Just Cash Money and no limit. I'm like, look at all these rich ass niggas. I'm from the same place y'all from. Why I can't get rich? And I just really stuck with that. I never knew how I was going to do it. I never knew the blueprint or the format. I was just like, look, I'm going to be a millionaire. And I just stopped. I just kept that in my head as a kid. And it stuck with me to this day. But growing up, knowing that in the space that I'm in, the people that's making the most money are the ones hosting the events, doing the classes, having the biggest network. So I still don't know how I'm gonna make $1 million, but I know that it's people in these spaces that's making millions, And I'm just copying and pasting the blueprint and elevating at the same time. So at the end of the day, I say all that to say, nobody really knows. Nobody really has the answers, but it's really just about doing it and continuing to excel. Excel and scaling. That's what I know works. For instance, I got a school community that has so many members and I'm getting so much of a monthly income. Now it's just about scaling. That's it. You continue to scale, and the numbers go up.
What you asked me when I'm a surrender to what?
Greatness.
All right.
So we had this long conversation because y'all trying to avoid what we really need to talk about. And what's up to my friends over here? I'm so glad that you guys are here. I don't know what's going on, but y'all came here for perfect timing.
I thought the phone was finna come. I heard a phone at the door. So I thought I was finna get a free phone. I kind of like, what's following for the free phone?
You probably can get
a phone right now. Okay, for sure.
Actually, we'll do that.
But you are getting a free class, and this stuff that I know that y'all already know. The whole class was about subconscious programming, and I know this is something that y'all do because y'all in the places and y'all excelling. The crazy part about it is everybody here is excelling by doing this practice. So why, when it comes to this practice, we have this moment? We got to get rid of that. So the practice right now is just to talk about what makes you special. So I got an assignment that everybody has to do where we're going to make a video just speaking about what makes you special in your brand. And then sending it to 10 people. And I got everybody a copy and paste message that you can feel free to adjust. And just send it to 10 people that supported you and watch the difference in the support. Because you're doing something that most people are not doing. You know, you taking the time to show yourself love, appreciation, and awareness to know that you're great, and I'm going to send it to you to tell you I'm great, and I appreciate that you recognize my greatness too. And that's just going to make a shift in the frequency. So the exercise right now is just tell me why you're great or tell me how you're great. But London is being a bad student right now. Not a bad student, I'm just talking mess, but
London is growing you, okay?
oh yeah, the bad kids always make you work harder. To the parents out there, the bad kids is gonna make you a great parent. But once again, so now that y'all are here, I'll go through it again, and it's easy for me. I'm actually challenge y'all just to give me a challenge on make me speak about something that I'm great in or something I think. So we talked about business, but y'all can give me any topic and watch how.
Why do you think you're a good teacher?
I think I know I'm a great teacher because I have the ability to dumb my message down without being dumb. Like I have the ability to drop it down to a level to where pretty much anybody can understand. I've been in so many classes where somebody's kicking something to you and it's just over. Like me, I'm a little slow. So I go places. Listen. I done went to seminars and heard people speak, and the stuff that they talking about is just so far over my head. And I'm like, I get the concept, but y'all like way up here with it. I know how to bring all of these concepts and bring it down to like layman's terms, or bring it down to where a second or third grader can understand it. I also have patience. I also have a calm, easy to absorb tone. I've also thought about all the things that I'm saying millions of times before I delivered it to you. So this is not stuff that I'm just making up. This is stuff that circulates through my head thousands of times before I give it to you. I don't speak about stuff I don't know. If I don't know, I'm like, hey, I don't know. Also, if it's a concept, I'll let you know it's a concept, not a fact. And so that's just a couple things. Also, I have a passion to help. And it's not about me. Some people teach for ego. They just want to be in the front of the room to feel self-absorbed. I'm here for y'all. 100% for y'all. When y'all leave here and you told me you do the homework, that made my day. So that's what makes me special as far as a teacher. And that was easy. You want to know why? Because I have subconsciously programmed myself to feel this way every second of every day, and it never stops. Crazy, delusional. Give me something else.
No. Ask me.
Somebody give me something.
Ask somebody else.
Huh? No, this is for the room. It could
Y'all
be
wanna ask them
it could be any topic. It could be relationships. It could be parenting. I'm not even a parent. I could let you know why I'm gonna be the greatest parent on earth. Why? Because I processed it. But I just want y'all to challenge me with something so I could just spit it out. Because I want y'all to be able to spit it out just that easy. The mission is not accomplished unless you can talk about your greatness easily.
You know what I think it is? I don't think that we can't talk about our greatness easily. But I think what you're doing is giving space for that. And I think that's where people feel hesitant because they may not have that space, right? So one, yeah, you create space for yourself, validate, blah, blah, blah. I'm a therapist, I get it. However, I think, like, if you were to ask me, like I told you to ask me about CMS, yeah, I told you that. You didn't hear me? I said it. You didn't hear me subconsciously? I'm just kidding. She
like to play mind. That's why she works in psychology.
That's why I'm a bad student, because I'm like, my brain is playing it. But because of that, I think, like, for CMS, the reason that it's great is because you don't have to be at a certain level. There's no level to come in. Like, you come in and you show up, and you show up for yourself, and you show up for the community, and then that is accepted. So I think a lot of times when you're saying that, like, how do you, like, talk about yourself in that positive way, is having that platform or that space to do that. So
do you feel like you don't have that space?
I think if we go on that, it'd be like yes and no, right? Like excuse the phone man.
Look what I manifested, bro.
Excuse the phone man. I think two things. From my personal experience, childhood, whatever, growing up, maybe not. Right? So I have that one aspect. Another aspect is when you have been the one doing it for everyone, you lose that space sometimes because you've been doing it for everyone else. So then to get back into the practice is like, because that's all I'm being reminded is like getting back into my practice. Like the things you mentioned is nothing is new. It's just a matter, not nothing that you told me is new. I'm saying like I do these practices.
I know you know all of these things. This is why I be on your case more than anything because you know all the things.
Yeah, but sometimes they're projected outwardly for others and not practice inwardly. So like this is a good reminder to like pause and practice.